This is the first installment of a story that I hope to turn into a series. I've always loved stories about young heroes thrust into situations far beyond their years, and even more so when they rise to meet those challenges. That's what this story is about. I want to thank our top patrons for helping me make this possible. And if you want to help us make more awesome content, you can join our awesome patrons. But without further ado, let's get to the story. The night the sky split open, the world held its breath. The moon looked like a red wound torn across the heavens, and the stars dimmed until they were nothing more than fading sparks. It was Deyron, a farm boy of 17, who saw it first. His hands were rough from soil, his dreams were humble, but that night everything ordinary in his life was consumed by fire. The sound came first, low and distant, like the rumble of a storm, but it grew until the earth cracked, stones shattered, and trees wrenched from their roots. Deyron lifted his gaze, just in time to see a black rift tear across the heavens. From that wound, black fire seeped out, twisting the wind into blades. Darkness poured from the veins of the sky. Deyron fell to his knees, trembling, yet he did not run. A burning heat spread across his chest, as though an unseen hand had gripped his heart. And then a voice whispered, not through the air, but within his very soul. "You are the child of flame and shadow. Your fate begins now." At that moment, lightning of shadow fell upon his village. The fields he had known all his life turned to ash. The laughter of neighbors, the warmth of family, all vanished in a single scream of silence. He ran among the cinders, tears streaming, but there was nothing left. His home was gone, and with it, his childhood. For days he wandered. Hunger gnawed at him, thirst weakened him, but the heat within his chest drove him onward. Every step, the voice whispered again, "Go to the city. Beyond the walls lies truth." Thus he came to Tarunis, the beating heart of the continent. Its towers pierced the mist like spears, its markets roared with countless tongues. Legends named it the city that could never fall. Yet as Deyron stood before its gates, he felt not safety, but dread. For the guardians at the walls were not men. Masked faces, eyes hollow and dark, the shadow sentinels. They were watching for him. Inside, Deyron sought refuge in a tavern. There, an old woman approached him. Her eyes flickered like candlelight over water. She studied him, then whispered, "So it is true. The prophecy lives." Deyron stared, bewildered. The woman drew a stone from her cloak, carved with a symbol, flame and shadow entwined. The moment he touched it, the heat in his chest surged into the stone. It burned crimson and black at once. "You are the child of flame and shadow," the woman said. "The rift in the sky opened because of you. You are the key, both to ruin and salvation." Fear tightened Deyron's throat. "I am no one," he said. "A farmer. Nothing more." But the stone pulsed, answering him with fire and darkness. The woman's gaze hardened. "Before the darkness consumes you, you must learn to wield it. Seek the forgotten temple. There, the truth of your blood will be revealed." The tavern doors burst open. The shadow sentinels stormed in, their spears dripping with black mist. The woman shoved Deyron toward the back. "Run!" she cried. "Your path begins tonight!" Through alleys and across bridges, Deyron fled. His breath burned, his heart thundered, but within his palms sparks ignited. Fire leapt between his fingers, shadow curled around his wrists. For the first time he knew he was not ordinary, he was something else. He reached the mountains, where ruins lay hidden. The temple was carved into the stone, its walls etched with ancient runes repeating the same words, "When flame and shadow unite, the sky will close." In its heart stood a sealed gate, carved with 3 dragons, one of fire, one of shadow, one of light. As Deyron approached, the seal trembled. The air grew heavy. Then the ground split as a roar shattered the night. From the rift above, a shape descended, vast wings woven of darkness, eyes burning with void. A dragon unlike any tale whispered in taverns. It was Noctarion, the Shadow Dragon. Its voice thundered like mountains breaking. "At last, I have found you, half-blood, child of flame and shadow. Through you, the seal shall break forever." Terror rooted Deyron, but the heat in his chest surged, pushing him forward. Flames burst from his hands, shadows wrapped around him like armor. He raised his gaze, and for the first time, his voice did not tremble. "I am not just a farmer. My fate is yours to face." The battle shook the mountains. Noctarion's wings unleashed storms of black fire. Deyron's power answered with crimson blaze entwined with shadow. The temple crumbled around them. The sky thundered. For every strike, the boy felt closer to collapse. But then the stone in his chest shone bright, flame and shadow uniting into a single chain of light and darkness. The voice whispered again, "Do not destroy, bind." With a final cry, Deyron cast the chain skyward. It coiled around Noctarion, dragging the dragon back into the rift. The beast roared, shaking the world, but the chain held. At last, with a shattering boom, the rift sealed shut. Silence fell. Deyron collapsed to his knees amid ruins and ash. Above him, the sky cleared, stars shining once more. He breathed, trembling as dawn painted the horizon gold. He was no longer a boy, nor a simple villager. He was flame and shadow, the balance between two worlds. Yet he knew the truth in his bones. This was not the end. No seal remained closed forever. And when the rift opened again, the world would need him more than ever.